4 pieces, 1 thread. In each of them, a fixed angle or a repeated shape at the smallest scale decides something enormous. A frozen lake, a ring of light, a gripping foot, a global current. Start where the shape starts. 4 bonds, 1 fixed angle, and a cage of ice that refuses to sink. This is water, just 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogens tumbling past its neighbors in a warm, crowded liquid. Almost everything shrinks when it freezes. Water does the opposite. It swells. The reason is the hydrogen bond. Each molecule wants exactly 4 neighbors, held at a fixed angle, no closer. Cooled enough, the jostling stops obeying the crowd and starts obeying the bonds. The molecules lock into a hexagonal cage. That cage is mostly whole. The same molecules now fill more space, so ice is about 9% less dense than the water it came from. So ice rises. A lake freezes from the top down, and the lid it grows keeps the water beneath it alive all winter. That same hexagonal ice, lifted 5 miles up and scattered through cirrus, does something to light you can see from the ground. That ring around the moon is not cloud, and it is not glare on your lens. It is millions of ice crystals, each one bending moonlight the same way. 5 miles up, cirrus cloud is made of tiny hexagonal columns of ice. Every one of them is a 6-sided prism, and prisms do not scatter light randomly. Look at a single crystal. Light enters one side face, crosses the ice, and leaves through another face 2 positions around. Those 2 faces meet at exactly 60 degrees. Ice slows light to about 3/4 of its speed in air. So the ray bends inward on the way in and bends again on the way out, leaving turned from its old path. Here is the trick. As you rotate the crystal, that turning angle changes, but it never drops below 21.8 degrees. It piles up hard against that floor. So light leaves at every angle from 22 degrees outward, but almost none arrives inside it. The sky darkens toward the moon and brightens abruptly at the edge. Now fill the cloud with crystals tumbling in every direction. Each one obeys the same floor, and together they draw a circle of radius 22 degrees. Red light bends least, so it banks up slightly tighter. That is why the inner rim of the halo runs faintly red and the outer edge fades to pale blue. Hold your hand at arm's length, thumb to little finger. That span is the halo, a ring of geometry printed on the sky by 5 miles of ice. Both of those work because a shape repeats billions of times. Now the same arithmetic, applied to a force almost too weak to notice. This gecko is hanging from a sheet of glass by 1 foot. Nothing on that toe is sticky, and nothing on it is pulling a vacuum. It is not glue, and it is not suction. The foot is holding on with the faint attraction between one surface and another, multiplied by geometry. Look closer at a single toe. The pad is stacked with fine ridges, and every ridge carries a forest of hairs finer than the ones on your arm. 500,000 of these hairs cover 1 foot. Each is about 1/10 of a millimeter long, and each one bends flat against the glass as weight comes on. Now go closer still. The tip of every hair frays into hundreds of flattened paddles, a few hundred nanometers wide, thinner than the wavelength of light. That splitting is the whole trick. Each paddle drapes onto the glass so intimately that the gap closes to nanometers and the surfaces almost touch. At that distance, electrons in the 2 surfaces flicker in step and pull. 1 paddle holds almost nothing. 1 billion paddles hold many times the gecko's weight. Peeling is just as clever. Tip the hair past 30 degrees and the paddles come away in sequence, so the foot releases with almost no force. Not adhesive, not vacuum, just an enormous amount of surface brought within a whisker of glass. That is dry adhesion, and it works because it is split. Geometry set the rules. Now density takes over. Cold and salt make water heavy, and heavy water builds a river with no slope. This ribbon is a real river inside the ocean. It wraps the whole planet, and it is the reason Europe is warm. Rivers need a slope. This one has none. It is driven from the top by water that gets heavy and falls. In the North Atlantic, warm surface water gives up its heat to the wind. Cold water is denser, and freezing sea ice leaves its salt behind. Salty and chilled, that water becomes heavier than everything under it. It sinks 2 miles into the deep basin. Sinking pulls more warm water north to replace it. The cold limb creeps south along the sea floor, barely moving. It surfaces in the Pacific, warms, and comes home. 1 lap takes about 1,000 years. That is the thermohaline circulation. Nothing here needed a new force, a fixed bond angle, a 6-sided prism, a flattened hair, a difference in weight. Repeat any of them often enough, and the result is planet-sized.